Summer is here, finally a fun summer. By COVID, but now gas is $8 a gallon.
Come on.
Can't really go anywhere. But I have been waiting, saving up to buy a house, waiting for the market to cool off, but now mortgage rates are double and the dollar is worth 70 cents. Ladies, I know how you feel now. It's also like the whole nuclear war thing. COVID, we beat it. So, you know.
It's spiking. New York is going to put masks back on, maybe.
Subscribe. I don't know what to do. Whatever. Screw it. Just get tickets to TreyKennedy.com/tour. A few shows left on the tour. Join today's episode. We are back in the studio and it is hot. Summer's here. And we have a scam call.
Wow, perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Just started. Oh, they hung up on me.
Dang
it.
Everything is going wrong.
Start it
Inflation.
Yeah, inflation.
New variants, I guess.
And scam callers hanging up
We're
on
not
me.
going to let us get us down. We have a fun episode today. Summer's here. Thanks for listening again. Enjoy today's episode. And let's get into it. Correct opinions. Correct opinions. Jake, you're hired.
Oh, for real?
For being a good buddy of mine.
Oh, okay.
But you know how if you want to find a great employee?
How would I do that?
Indeed.
Wait, what?
You need Indeed.
Oh, it's the name of the company.
Yes, no one has a business like yours, people. With all its strengths and challenges to succeed, you need a hiring partner that adapts to your needs. You need Indeed. We love Indeed here at Correct Opinions. Proud sponsor. Isn't that right? Why do you love them, Jake?
We like it because Indeed has such great talent. 3 out of 4 U.S. online job seekers search for jobs on Indeed each month.
Yep, Indeed's the only job site where you only pay for applications that meet your must-have requirements.
That's good.
We're trying to always hire new people. Indeed is a great resource. We love it. You need it. So start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/Trey. Offer good for limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/Trey. Indeed.com/Trey. Terms and conditions apply. Pay per qualified applicant. Not available for all users. Need to hire? You need
Indeed.
We are back in the studio, had a great weekend of shows, and we have 3 cities left on the Are You For Real tour.
That's it.
That is it. Special taping Saturday night in Chicago. So get tickets, TreyKennedy.com/tour. We can't wait. We had a great run this weekend up in the Northeast. Good people of Delaware brought it.
Yeah, Delaware was awesome.
They were fun. DC, got to do New York City, which was cool.
Yeah, Manhattan. Big app.
Yeah, so this week we rounded out with Green Bay, Springfield, Illinois, and Chicago. That's it, man.
Yeah, Spindy City.
Uh-huh.
I think is why they call it that, because they're like, yeah, go spend money on the tickets. Second show, there's still tickets available. Yeah, Spindy City. Yeah, great week.
Great week.
We're home for about 36 hours, and then we go back out.
How we do it, man. But man, it's hot. I'm excited. We got to have a little fun in New York City. Katie and I saw a Broadway play.
Oh yeah, you did. Yes, Hamletton.
Yeah, Hamlet. But they kept talking about presidents. I was very confused. Good old Hamilton. It was really good. Had a great time. Great seats. I was really pumped. I was really bummed, but still pumped, but mainly bummed because Katie noticed a DM hours later. We got hooked up with some great tickets pretty close, and she noticed like a cast member kind of looking our way, and they're like, "What? Were you guys at the show tonight? Come say hi to the cast."
Dang it.
But we saw it later.
Missed opportunity. You have to be checking Instagram all the time.
If there's ever a lesson to be learned, be on your phone every 5 minutes.
Because then
you miss opportunities.
You could have met an actor.
I could have met the actor playing Thomas Jefferson.
Dang.
And I really wanted to. That would be funny. Be like, let's go meet him. You probably go back there and you're just like, hi. And everyone's like, hey. And you just go,
Which one? Which one was I talking to?
Yeah, what?
You kind of all look the same now.
Okay. Understudy of that. Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone did great. Well, we're going to catch the subway now.
This is fun. I've always loved your work. Well, not your work. Like Thomas Jefferson. I love the $5 bill. Which one's he on?
Which one?
I just
for now. Pennies? We've all experienced that. When you're, I feel like somewhat celebrity will be like, if you're ever in Nashville, let's hang out. And you get there, I'm like, I don't know. We're gonna meet and be like, hey, we thought this would be cool, and then you're like, man, we are strangers though. I feel like you You ever done that with anyone you just kind of know? Like, we need to get together sometime. And you do it, and you're like, should we have?
Huh. Yeah, like, just because he has an occasional funny Instagram story doesn't mean we can have a good talk in this restaurant.
Well,
we're going to be dancing around the weather for a while.
We tried.
Oh.
But it was great. Then we had a fun dinner with friends, got some pizza. New York vibes.
Yeah, I went to town on pizza. I think I've had it 4 of the last 5 days.
I've had pizza probably 80% of my last 20 days. So
Wow,
it's
you're
interesting.
Better than I am.
That's what I like to do is kind of right when summer hits, you just load up on the pizza.
Yeah.
Because that's when you want to be your biggest. And
were you still awake that one night I DoorDashed some pizza and I kept calling it, oh, this is Delaware style pizza, which I don't think is a thing. But they gave me this pizza. And this, okay, imagine you're looking down at a pizza. The sauce is in a bullseye. It's like a yellow brick, like a red brick road of
classic
sauce.
Delaware.
That's Delaware style pizza, I guess. I was like, is this just how they do it? Like, what does this mean? It's just in a circle. It's like a circular.
Just call it anywhere. It's like, have you had the Idaho style pizza yet? It's just, the crust is just potatoes.
You got to ask for it.
Ah.
And so
like
some bites,
gnocchi.
it's a breadstick, and some bites, it is just marinara. And so you need to have a big enough bite to where it still tastes like pizza.
I love that. Just the guy being convinced he's Delaware style. You guys, they sleep on this. It's just really, really small and forgettable.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. That's just what I kept calling it. Like, this must be the style here. This must be Delaware.
Should have taken that to the stage. You guys have had the pizza, right? The bullseye pizza.
Bullseye pizza.
Like, I think you just grabbed some weird
I think that's just
cheap pizza with what you had at Postmates at 1 a.m. in Delaware.
Oh, it's always great. Yeah. Most of these towns we're performing in, everything closes down about 10, so I get hungry, and then the options are few and far in between. And yeah, you're having to rename the style of pizza because that's the only thing open. So, it was good.
But you still ate it.
Still ate it. Had no problem eating
good,
it.
Good. Happy for you.
Yeah, it was a good time. The night after that, I DoorDash pizza. We were going to be parked in a bus out like in a parking lot of a Hilton, so I just DoorDashed it to the Hilton. This guy calls me, and I can't understand much, but I can hear him say pizza, and so I was like, "Great, that's what I ordered." And I was like, "Thank you." You have it? Okay, great. That's what I was expecting. So that's great. He called me to say he picked it up. I was like, "Awesome. See you at the hotel." And then he texts me, and he's like, "Are you at the front desk?" And I was just like, "No." "What time are you gonna get there?" And he said, "Hilton." I was like,
pizza. Pizza.
Pizza Hilton. All right. That's it.
Pizza.
I felt like the idiot. Yeah. But I'm glad I ended up going with the cheese Hilton because it was good. So good times on the road.
Yeah. You get to work for that pizza. That was a different pizza delivery?
Yeah, that was a different one. Everyone was asleep then. It was just me and the bus driver awake for that phone call. Gotcha. Oh, Trey ripped the cabinet door off. The bus driver was trying to blame me for it because I was the one awake.
Like, wow, dude.
What happened here?
What happened here?
Was it a bad show?
I like it. The driver, because you can imagine how, you think of the stereotypical tour. So we have a new driver oftentimes with these new weekends. So this was a new guy. He was a very nice guy, old Darren. But he was like, and then, by the way, guys, because we're all getting off he was dropping us off in New York City. He's like, by the way, guys, just, you got to let me know if you got drugs back there. I think we were kind of like, all right. Yeah, man. All right. We'll see you later. He's like, yeah.
No, but legally,
like,
it would help to know if there are drugs on the vehicle because
then
they're technically mine if you leave them on.
Right. If I go off in this bus and, so I get pulled over and they got, now, how do you think that looks for me? So you do, tell me, how many kilograms do you have back there, sir? Right. You saw us all go to bed at 10, and the one guy awake is just on the phone going, "Pizza, Hilton, pizza." I don't know what vibe you've been experiencing.
So yeah, that was fun. It was kind of nice. A couple nights ago, it was last night. We were all just in the dressing room, and we were all just like chatting about different memories, and we all went through the bus drivers we've had from October to now, because. You can remember them all really well, but everyone does have an attachment to like a certain bus driver. It's like, oh yeah, I like that guy.
Right.
And then Katie had like a least favorite guy. And it was just like, this is fun.
I didn't like how he talked to me.
The amount of memories we've shared just via bus drivers is so fun.
Darren said he lived in Germany.
Apparently.
So I like to think that kind of word's getting around. people across the world are like, you got to drive a bus for Trey.
You gotta drive them. They're in bed by 10.
Yeah, it's really easy.
I drove with my pants off all night. No one knew.
I just texted and drive it all night. They don't know. They're asleep.
Katie's least favorite driver is the one who, at 4 a.m. decided to go through like an 18-wheeler car wash.
We've still never cracked the mystery of the middle of the night car wash when you wake up and you're laying down. For 30 minutes at 5 in the morning. Like,
I feel like the power washers were underneath us. I felt us lift off the ground a little bit at one point.
maybe it's just a tour bus thing. He's like, tour bus. Let's wash all the drugs off it because let's be serious. Let's be honest.
There's
they got
drug dogs in Tulsa, so we got to wash this off at some point.
Yep. Hose her down. We've never solved that mystery.
No one it's funny because we were all awake in our bunks on our phones, but no one was texting each other like, can you believe this? We all just waited to vent about it in the morning. And then it was like, what happened last night?
That one, when we drove in this Texas snowstorm with our Army War veteran driver, I felt very safe. But I remember at one point we just stopped. And I'm checking the
Google
map
Maps.
and the weather. And it's like we're in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and it's like 25 and snowing. I'm like, are we gonna die out here?
Are we stuck? Did our gas freeze over?
And I convinced Katie went out to ask the driver, and he was just asleep in the lounge. I was like, is that a good or bad sign?
Yeah, I don't know what
He was like, well, it is what it is now. Might as well sleep off the death. But
your body temperature, kind of lowers when you're asleep anyway. Yeah. So it's good. Yeah, he's just asleep during the snowstorm.
It's the best part.
He was a character.
Great drivers.
Wanted to like him. Said a few things though.
But yeah, great. It was fun to be back on the bus and get back on the road. And I gotta tell you, when I was heading out, I was kind of like, man, I'm tired of traveling. But now with like 3 cities left, getting sad.
I know, and I love the bus. There was a part of me that was like, let's just keep this going. Let's just perform 2 other days. Let's just stay on the bus. But we have videos to shoot and work to do, so we came back.
Also, the economy is collapsing, so ticket sales won't. Well,
no one's gonna come. Yeah, dude, I did my I finally did my taxes at a Starbucks in Delaware Saturday, and it was just brutal. I was like, oh gosh, but I was like, you know what? And I'm trying to encourage myself.
You do them in Delaware because there's no income tax,
right? I just file them from a Starbucks,
right? That's the trick. If you're like, no, I was connected to the Wi-Fi in Delaware.
I don't understand how this is still so expensive.
So why do you, state of Missouri? Why do you think?
I did this in Delaware. I don't know what happened. I think next year I'm gonna fly down to the Cayman Islands and file them from there.
Yeah,
maybe that'll help. I've been talking to Darren about doing them in Germany, maybe, but I was just like so dejected. I was like, wow, that sucks. I gotta start paying quarterly or something. And so to encourage myself, I start to try and remind myself of like, hey, but you own a home. And so I check the Zestimate, and I'm like, great, look, it's going up.
Love a good Zestimate.
I mean, not 2 hours later, I see some like graphic online. It's like just a matter of time before the housing bubble crashes. Yeah. Look at the ratio of like median household income compared to what the houses are. Even in 2008, it was never this high. I'm like, good.
Yeah.
And then the next day, and then I'm also trying to encourage myself. I was like, Jake, you bought Bitcoin in 2016. All right, that's good. That can make up for the taxes.
Free money.
And then the very next day, I'm walking in New York City. In Times Square, there are headlines that say, crypto crash like we've never seen. Like, awesome. It's a good weekend.
It's killed it, man. Killing it,
yeah.
So buy tickets. Yeah.
So yeah, would love to have you guys drive in your cars using gasoline. And come see us live. Last show ever.
Maybe
for
ever,
now.
yeah.
For
now.
now.
I don't have any money.
It's fine.
Did you? I don't think we've talked about this. Did you have a girl tell you to shut up on stage?
Oh yeah, that did happen last night. I don't know. It wasn't even like really a joke. I was just talking about like maybe how I grew up or something. And I think it was like that white girl like, shut up. But she said it so loud that I had to address it. Yeah. I was like, you just told me to shut up?
What? Yeah. You have to be clear with the tone there.
Yeah, easy. And then later on, she said something else. She was just like probably had a few drinks and was having a good time. Honestly, I wasn't annoyed by it. And I was like, what was that? And she's like, no, that wasn't me this time. That wasn't me. And it was being so loud. And so I was like, sure, it wasn't. And then like later in the show, then I said something and she was like, yes. And I was like, for a girl who says shut up, she does a lot of talking.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you put her in her place. Well, yeah, what'd you say? You're like, what'd you say? You said, maybe the masks are a good idea here after all.
Oh, I did say that.
It's like the only place with masks.
Yeah. I got sassy on the stage last night too. I've never, ever done that.
Did you hear my...
You got sassy?
You kind of had me prepared, so I did. I just laughed. I was like, I love New York City. You guys have like 95 million people on an island, but you're like, keep the mask on. And like you guys gave up on sanitary like efforts a long time ago. It was like I said, you walk on the subway and there's rats the size of dogs, and you're like, just don't step on them.
That's
fine.
No, I was watching whenever the crowd was getting sassy with you. Because they were, you'd be like, and you do a gender reveal, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I did, but it's not, we're like, whoa, easy, New York. Okay.
New York aggressive. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a unique crowd in a fun way.
Yeah, it was.
It's very.
Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, they, all of a sudden they were just like, hey, wear your mask. But they didn't like enforce it that strongly because no one wanted to wear them. But just occasionally ushers would go and just tell select people to put it on. Mm-hmm. They were like headhunting. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, because at Hamilton, it's the one place, I guess, because the town hall we performed is like Broadway affiliated. So I think Broadway shows, for a reason, are like the only thing anywhere enforcing masks right now. And I don't know. It's just funny because they're also like aggressively advertising, like, buy these $22 cocktails, but wear your mask. But just. You can drink them, but keep it. They're walking around with signs like "put it on," but they're selling me drink.
Yeah.
They're selling you what it's called, like the opera mimosa. They have like the pun names, right?
Okay.
Aaron Burr's one of the main characters, so it was like a bourbon Manhattan.
That's funny.
And it didn't taste very good, and it was a lot of money.
Tasted kind of funny.
Do you ever do that where you go to some places and you're not clear on the price? You kind of get going beforehand, and I'm like, I'll have that drink, and I got to be $20, and you go, can you unmake that? Actually, I'm kind of shocked that you're charging me that much. I was assuming maybe 12.
Yeah. There's got to be a way to undo the mixture.
It's always embarrassing.
Yeah.
I've in recent times I've been afraid to be like, whoa, never mind.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Where do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night?
How do you sleep at night?
With those prices. Not where do you sleep at night. When do you sleep at night?
When do you sleep? What do you wear when you go to sleep?
Do you get 8 hours? Okay, cool. No thanks on the cocktail. Sorry. All right, Trey, I got a couple things for you.
Yeah,
One, we got a follow-up from last week. Someone went in. Multiple people have gone in. Stratford, Missouri, Wikipedia page.
Oh, yeah.
You're able to see the edits, too, in what has been removed. Some people really wrote some stuff in there. And then as of, I think yesterday when I looked, the title Stripper was still in there for me. That has now been taken out. So here we are left in Stratford, Missouri, Wikipedia page. We have our first ever notable figures, kind of column. And then it says Jake Triplett, comedian, YouTuber, TikTok star. I don't know about that. And co-host of the podcast Ghost Runners and Correct Opinions. So I'm in there, and I'm there to stay, I guess, because someone has went in and edited out the incorrect stuff twice now.
This guy's not a stripper.
No, he is a TikTok star. No doubt.
I mean, you are, man.
But he's not that.
I love the idea of some old man being like, he's Googling Jake Triplett, and he checks your TikTok following. You're like, well, I mean, his last video got 100,000 views.
I guess he must be a massive TikTok star.
TikTok star.
Yeah. Dang it, now I can't
So we're good to go.
See the view history. Anyway, yeah, we're good to go. Thank you for whoever did that, for the multiple people who went in there and did that.
So a stripper was in there for a moment, is what I'm hearing.
And I don't remember the other thing. There were multiple paragraphs that didn't make any sense. He's a pudding connoisseur, and he used to be a
comedian listeners,
horse jockey. Yeah. And whoever's at Wikipedia knew that wasn't true. They removed that and they left just the accurate stuff. TikTok star. But yeah, I can't really see it anymore.
Well, thank you, Recties. Thanks for correcting that for us.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun to check in out. So, thanks. Appreciate you guys doing that. I've never Thought I'd be on Wikipedia.
Now you need your own page.
Yeah, it needs to be
Is your name
a
clickable or no?
clickable link. No, it's just black ink, Times New Roman.
I finally got one a while back. Who knows who made this?
Oh, you have your own wiki.
It's funny though. For tours, it says he performed under tours on my page. It says Trey Kennedy performed at the Rialto Square Theater in Joliet, Illinois on October 7th. He had a show on his birthday in Pittsburgh.
Wait, that's all they know?
That's my tour blurb. Both correct.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's so strange. So is someone who was at the show going in and like amending your Wikipedia page? Like, I can't speak for the other shows, but I was at the one in Pittsburgh. I know he did a show here.
I don't know, man.
That's so interesting. You wrote a book called Girls Be Like?
No.
Pervert. What in the world? I didn't know about that.
I wrote a book.
It
I'm
says,
kind of on the female anatomy, yes. People don't realize that about me.
Menstruation be like?
Yeah. And then I
not
got
that
married
fun.
and realized I got a lot of it wrong. So I wouldn't recommend buying that.
I got about half of it wrong. Kind of the bottom half of it was incorrect.
Yeah, that was the half I really struggled with. I was really blown away by that. I think we had plans to and we nixed it, so I don't know what kind of random
Who's getting this
detail or
info?
someone grabbed that from. Oh yeah, it's so funny. All good.
This is fun. Yeah, I'm having fun reading this. The picture they chose, I mean, there's got to be so many pictures of you online, and this is taken from a webcam.
It's like a screenshot of an iPhone webcam interview from like 2016.
Yeah, that looks good.
Thanks.
He emerged on the video sharing app Vine, but after its shutdown, he migrated.
Whoa,
Good for you, Monarch Butterfly.
Immigrant.
Yeah.
People forget I'm an immigrant.
Your kids can say son of an immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
That is great.
Yeah.
He migrated to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Mm-hmm. They say, hey, immigrants get stuff done. We work hard.
He migrated in a boat to TikTok 2 years ago.
Let's edit that part.
Sorry.
Yeah. No more migrate.
Who wrote that?
He migrated. He's working on getting his TikTok citizenship before his visa expires. Visa, different than the company Visa.
Yeah, pretty convenient of them to name their credit card company after a
should be
thing
allowed. Yeah.
immigrants want.
That seems misleading. How many immigrants do you think you've gotten like a Visa credit card and been like?
This was
that
easy.
was easy. Yeah. I mean, I thought that until like a couple of years ago.
Yeah. MasterCard should change their name to Green Card. Play a little hardball, fight fire with fire.
Do you ever meet anyone? Have you ever met anyone with a green card?
I'm sure I've met them, but we didn't exchange like our papers. Like, what kind of identification do you have? You know,
Oh, really? Whenever I meet an immigrant, I ask to see their papers. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what I'm asking. But I knew one of my buddies growing up. Him and his family, they won a green card lottery. That's how his family got up. I'm like, how crazy is that? Like from
one
Nigeria
of those like
or something.
90s things where they show up on your doorstep with balloons. It's like one of those lottery things. It's a big check.
Come on, we're going
but
west.
it's a huge green card.
I don't know the extent. I'm sure it's a lot more like regimented than I'm making it sound. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't like a Saturday Night Powerball
sweepstakes
experience, but probably just a system where they randomly selected some lucky few. I think
that's cool. I have heard it is
imagine?
a massive deal to finally acquire your green card, and yeah, I know it's a big deal, but that's about all I know. I don't know of anyone like personally who's had to go through the process.
Yeah, ask around, find one, let us know.
Ask around, put something on your story, see if people reach out. Okay, something else I wanted.
Speaking of this, really quick, because I want people to know this because I didn't barely know this. My passport expires kind of soon. I need to work on that. But did you know to go to a lot of countries, you got to make sure your passport doesn't expire for like 6 to 12 months after you go.
I think I have heard that. Dude, I should probably look.
What's the point of the expiration? Because I had a buddy got screwed where they like discovered this. He's like, oh, it expires like a month after our trip.
Perfect.
It's fine, and they discovered it, so we had to like fly to, Dallas to his fancy office to like get it expedited.
Yeah.
So just so you know, because I like thought of that and checked and was good by a few months, thankfully. But I don't understand what's the point of the date.
That's a good point.
Pro tip.
I don't have any plans to go internationally, but you're right. I think mine's about overdue. It's coming up on 10 years. I had to fly to Houston one time before I went to Russia, so I get it.
You know, it's a funny story how I hired Jake.
Already has me
I
laughing.
haven't told it yet.
Oh, okay.
But I found you because we both didn't really have anything to do. But no, would have been a better way to find a great employee.
How?
Not that you're.
Oh.
Indeed. Indeed. No one has a business like yours with all its strengths and challenges. To succeed, you need a hiring partner that adapts to your needs. You need Indeed.
Indeed makes it easy to start hiring. It takes 10 minutes or less for most SMB employers to post a job. According to Indeed data, Indeed does the hard work for you. When you pay to post a job, Instant Match shows you candidates whose resumes on Indeed fit your description immediately.
It's amazing. Indeed. I remember I used to apply using Indeed, and now it's fun to be on the other side where I love Indeed. Indeed. Seriously, they make it really easy to find jobs. We're looking for new people to hire. We're using Indeed. We love it. So start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/Trey.
Woo!
Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/Trey. Indeed.com/Trey. Terms and conditions apply. Pay per qualified applicant. Not available for all users.
Indeed.
Need to hire? You need
Indeed. Okay, so I'm in like a group text with some of my golf buddies, and they sent this article. I mean, like 10 minutes before we started recording. I was like, "Wow, what a blessing to get this." So, I don't even know where to start. Okay, I guess I'll just read you the headline first, and we'll get into it. You ready? Man fulfills fantasy football wager by entering U.S. Open qualifier and shooting 112.
Oh my God! I did happen to see that right before we started.
Did you see that? Okay, so
okay. So for those who don't know golf, the U.S. Open is one of the majors of the golf world, right?
huge deal.
Massive and I guess there's a qualifying event to get it. Can anyone sign up for these?
So
because that is,
I guess
I'll go do it.
He just said he was a pro, and no one. They were like, great. They just took his word for it. He said that he was like he had pro status. So I'm gonna bounce around and read you some of the article. So this happened in Kansas City, which is great. This happened locally. The article says, as you can imagine,
what was the course?
Oakwood Country Club, Kansas City, Missouri. Article says, as you can imagine, it went about as well as one would expect. Eckert, 26 from Overland Park, Kansas, finished in last place after karting a 40 over 112, which was exactly 40 strokes behind the winner. Dude, get this.
112.
Get this. After arriving late for his tee time on the 10th because he went to the wrong hole, Eckert was 5 over after 2 holes. He recovered to par the next hole, but that was his lone bright spot, scoring 22 over 58 on the back 9. This article just like antagonizes him. Like, Eckert opened the front 9 with double bogey, triple bogey before making a 10 on the next hole.
That is so good.
Wait for this quote, dude. The next line. I'm not even bouncing around. I'm just reading the article as it goes. In quotes. I'm pretty happy with the 4 pars for sure, Eckert told ESPN. The walking got to me. I'm more of a cart guy myself. This guy is amazing. He's like, I would have done great if I had a golf cart.
So what? We don't know the details of how he got in. He just kind of finagled his way.
I think he just okay.
Or can anyone do
said
it?
Eckert was able to enter the tournament because he had designated himself as a professional player on his registration form. So he just lied. And people were like, great.
Oh, see, you got to ask for people's papers more often.
Eckert said he plays about once a month when the weather is nice. He said he typically scores in the low 90s, and then quotes, but had some momentum going into the qualifier, so the spirits were high. This is so great.
Can you imagine? He tells his buddies, he's like, guys, they haven't said anything, and my tee time is, I tee off at 1:10. I guess I'm in a U.S. Open qualifying event.
No one seems to care. And then here's the last part of the article. Eckert should be expecting a letter from the USGA soon, which will inform him that he can no longer compete in its events because of his high score. He also has lost his amateur status by designating himself a pro. And then the tournament director in quotes goes, I can't imagine his amateur status is of concern to him. This is great.
Like they're being funny about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous of that guy. What an idea.
I mean, if we had known, we should have like gone and like cheered him on. That's so funny. Honestly, he's in Kansas City. I might try to find him on Instagram and hit him up and, I don't know, get him on the pod or something. That's so great. I can't believe this happened. Like, this past weekend.
That's great. Speaking of other hilarious pieces of content, I just texted you one. Did you see this? I think I'm gonna pull this up here.
Oh no! Oh, I'm worried because I know who that is, and I see that this is a TikTok link.
TikToks.
I haven't seen this.
They never fail. Here, let me get this going here.
Oh no!
I'm excited. We're gonna show this video. We all love a good motivational video, right? I mean, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
David Goggins.
Here, hold on. Get tight on me, Derek.
My dad.
We're gonna. We get this email in here. Bang. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. We're good. This is I follow this. I love, so there's a new trend, right, where some of these big pastors, they get it popping on social media. I mean, millions of views, millions of followers. Craig Groeschel.
Yeah.
Life Church. I'm sure you've heard. Biggest church in the country, I believe, technically.
Is it really? Just because all the satellite campuses?
Yep.
Good for Craig.
And he is not only known for being a successful pastor, but he has particularly jacked for being a 50-year-old man.
Oh, no.
And so he has finally entered the world of fitness
pastor?
Fitness pastor influencer. He's raised the mark. We've had the hype beast pastors. It's a whole new ballgame now.
We've never had like Iron Man pastor.
I mean, look at the veins in his arms.
I know the thumbnail. Dang it! I'm nervous for this. I want to like this guy, and I'm nervous.
All right, we're 40 seconds. Let's go.
When you have a vision, when you have a dream, when you have a spiritual assignment from heaven, trying apart from training is unthinkable. When we run to win. We're not trying to honor God. We're in training to do what God created us to be. What is training? Let's keep it really, really simple.
Oh, there's the curls.
Training is doing what I can do today to enable me to do even more tomorrow. That's training. I'm not trying. I'm in training. When you're an athlete, when you're fighting, when you're an athlete.
Huh.
How'd that make you feel?
I think what I can't help but think about is how many times he had to set his phone up and frame himself in that private gym. You know, he had to get like 11 different shots of himself working out.
The curls, the tight curl shot was money. That was a money shot right there. Those are the money makers.
Yeah, that got a reaction out of me. I mean, hey, good for him.
Those veins, man. Yeah.
It's motivating for a lot of people.
I like some young kids like Pastor what, and then like just like some, I don't know, some like Lecrae over this, and he's like, put one of my sermons over.
So what song are you thinking? You know, like some Christian rap or maybe just like something like instrumental? I mean, what's wrong with what I preached like 3 days ago? We can make that fit, right?
I just hope it progresses. I want to see a shirtless sermon at some point. The views on that, can you imagine? We already saw what was the one, Mike Todd spitting on a guy's face.
That was brutal.
That got the views.
That was brutal.
Can you imagine his 6-pack preaching to you? I'd show up. I'd travel down to the live in-person campus for that.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw that and I loved it. Next level.
I hope he keeps his shirt on in the videos, or else he is going to lose or gain some constituents. But I think it's a slippery slope. I think you start getting views.
That's step one, right?
Yeah.
We've all seen it. We've all know those influencer friends. The workout people, you start to see maybe a little pull up here and there. People are like, okay. Or a girl posts she'll show you like a fourth of the booty. And the girl's like, girl, yes. Next thing you know, full crack. So, let's see if Craig's man crack, which is his abs.
Yes, yeah, several cracks in there. This will be interesting to follow because you're right. We've never had the fitness pastor.
We're gonna stay tuned.
Yeah, there's got to be a catchy name for it or something, just like paleo pastor, physio pastor, something like that. Yeah,
I know. I've heard I know people that work with him. They say he's like a salad no dressing type of guy.
Just leaves.
Yeah, just what do you feed the turtles?
They're leftovers.
So no wonder. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Motivational video reminded me of one of my favorite motivational videos. I can't remember the exact content of this, so if it ends up being like explicit, we can just take this part out. But I sent you a link to something because I remember it's ridiculous. I just can't remember exactly what he says. So So like 5 years ago, Jake Paul decided to start his own YouTube channel that was just business. It was called Jake Paul Biz. And on this channel, he just tries to be really motivating. And it is
Let me get to it here.
pretty amazing. So if you
Get
guys,
tight.
if you guys weren't motivated by Craig doing curls, then prepare to be motivated by Jake Paul with platinum hair.
There is a
Hold on. We got the ads first. Jake Paul Biz. That's still a channel.
Jake Paul Biz.
He hasn't
So the thumbnail, or just look at that. Look at that.
Everyone needs this.
Hey, if you thought this wasn't going to apply to you, yeah, just know. Come look at YouTube right now. It says everyone needs this.
Let's begin.
Jake Paul Biz. What is up? If you aren't feeling motivated right now, I need you to stop. Stop thinking that way at all. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling like there's stuff caving in on you and you don't know what to do and you just feel lazy, stop now, because you can only go up from here. If you need motivation, think about your family. Think about the people you're working for. Think about making yourself proud. You're gonna look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, did I do something great today? And a lot of you probably don't know where to start, but all you have to do is work hard. Just
That's it.
work hard at whatever it is you're doing.
That's
things
it.
will come. Grind every single
Grind.
day. Because there is a kid around the corner who might be working harder than you. You're gonna take the kid and you're gonna kill him. Now get up. Stop watching this video. Stand up and go do. Just be a hard worker and things will come. Go now, start now, go get it.
Share to spread motivation.
Like, what in the world is that? Just go do.
Can someone edit this clip over the video of Pastor Craig working out? Send that to us. That's what we need.
Yeah, the audio from this on
motivational
the
video from Jake Paul Biz over the Pastor Craig workout. That's what we need.
like just out of nowhere, he's like, there might be someone working harder than you, and he might be a minor. It could be a kid.
If you aren't feeling motivated, stop.
And what he
This
says,
sounded like my dad, like getting mad at me.
he's like,
Go do something.
if someone is working harder than you, you're gonna kill him. That was his actual advice. Like, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, whoa.
And he starts the video and it's going, Jake Paul Biz.
Jake Paul Biz.
That's a great start to
I
the video.
loved that trend of social media. That was half the videos.
Yeah.
Share if you got a smile. Share if I made you smile.
It's so annoying. Let's copy that model
right.
now. 5 years
Well, now-
later. You start every video. Trey Kennedy.
Yeah. I'm feeling very motivated from all of that.
He said stand up and stop watching the video. We did half those things. The video was also over, so I mean, it's hard to keep watching. But yeah, that's for me. That's been something just through the years that I always come back to.
That's what keeps you going.
When quote stuff feels like it's caving in, I just think about how much harder I need to work.
It's a way to do it, man.
Don't take antidepressants. Don't go to therapy. Just work and grind harder.
Harder.
Don't reach out to that family member who needs it.
Just
Spend
think about
more
them.
time
Think
at
about your
work.
family. They annoy you. Go work to avoid them. Let's go.
So, hope that helps you guys.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, get us that edit. That's what we need.
Yeah. Just got to give you guys homework every week. You did great with Wikipedia, so now you've shown that you can do it.
Man, it's hot in the studio today.
It is warm. I was
So
just
sorry.
just doing the whole fanning thing. Whew.
Did the whole I'm already, I have some dad moments which I'm proud of. We leave town, get that thermostat down. So we did heat, and next thing you know, we came home to quite a heat wave.
Yeah.
So AC's trying, all good, but I'm excited. I'm hitting the pool after this, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
You have a pool hookup, or you just gonna
Nope.
find one?
gonna walk. I'm gonna knock on doors until we're so desperate for a pool because all the pools are closed except one of the hotels down the road.
No way.
So like a handful of us are splitting the cost of a one night stay.
That's fun. You
Mm-hmm.
and all your friends just going to pool up. That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure. It's one of those group texts where
I think they're coming.
it's one of those group texts where like we're gonna hang. And I was like, let's do a pool night. And like one person was like, yeah. I was like, I booked it. And there hasn't been a ton of confirmation of more than like 2 of my friends showing up, but that's fine with me. I'm
Dude,
going.
Group texts with millennials are infuriating. I mean, it's got to be one of
it's
the things we
horrible.
do worst.
horrible. I mean, it's great though because I don't mind being the guy. So we're gonna have like a group night, a guys' night. We're like, what do we do? And there was one idea presented from 16 guys over the past 2 weeks, which was the one I'm talking about. No one said anything, so I just go, all right, I booked it. And we did one of those calendar events in the group meet. We're in a group meet, by the way, because one guy has an Android.
Don't even invite him to the pool.
Tell me if I should do this, Recties. I got we did a brand deal with Visible Mobile. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Visible. So they sent me because like we don't want you to just make up that you've used us. So they sent me like a Visible plan and a phone.
Yeah.
So we have an extra iPhone right now, which is kind of cool. And I'm this close. What I should do is probably maybe resell it and be a steward.
Dude, I don't know.
Or do I just power move my Android friend and say, here's an iPhone.
Use it.
No more excuses.
Everyone's deleting GroupMe.
Use it. Y'all let me know what I should
That's
do.
fun.
I might
Lucky you.
just do that.
Lucky him. No, yeah, the planning, because I'm with you. I don't mind being decisive. I mean, I've been trying to plan this vacation with a couple of my friends for months now. And this dude, I badger him every day. Just different gifts, different, like, I'm trying to be funny about it. Song lyrics, and then right before we started recording the podcast, he's like, all right, we're looking at the calendar now. Tickets are pricey, though. And then he goes, I've been hoping they'd go down for the past week. And I go, yeah, typically the longer you wait, the cheaper they get. If the closer you get to the vacation, that's typically when you're going to see the
Brilliant strategy. It's like, guys, I have bad news. I can't make it to the trip anymore. I waited till the day of the flight.
Prices never.
And it's $1,200 one way.
They end up getting more expensive. So that's what I'm dealing with.
You actually said it?
Yeah.
Was that a nice? Did you get a nice response from the friend group?
Yeah. Typically, the longer you wait, the cheaper they get, is what I said.
There's nothing more satisfying than those responses. I did one to this group again where it's like a Westin hotel or something. Like a fairly nice hotel.
Yeah.
It was the only option around here. And the guy goes, there a grill out there? Should I bring some meats? And I want to just be like, yeah, man. Westin hotels are known for their outdoor kitchens.
Yeah, definitely. Bring more than you think you need.
Yeah.
Bring a lot of it. Don't worry about a cooler either. We'll start grilling it as soon as you get here.
So
just have it in your car.
Yeah, it's not a buddy's house.
Should I bring the meat? That's great. Yeah. What's their inflatable policy? Mm-hmm. How big? Can I fit a dinosaur? Is a dinosaur inflatable in there?
But some of the guys said they aren't going, and I've experienced a lot of times where like, why aren't you going? I was like, I just didn't really want to do that. It's like, you could have said that.
You could say that in the group.
We could have had a discourse of what everyone would want to do, but 9 times out of 10, no one says anything, so we just do exactly what I want, and people show up if they want. I guess is how I've seen a lot of it work.
Dude, have you ever had this happen? This happened in a group text I was in. We were trying to figure out, like, it doesn't matter. But we were trying to figure something out. And so most of us are communicating. We were talking about what we want to do. And then someone goes, all right, why don't just right now everyone respond how they're feeling with a GIF? And then we're like, I mean, were words not working for us? We were all, like, contributing. That's what we were doing, but with English.
Please send a feather emoji to signify you have the talking feather. And then text it. What is happening?
The talking feather.
Can we just have a conversation? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Millennial, it's so true.
We do not group text well.
I saw a clip recently of someone, one of those classic clips of, back in my day before the internet, but as time goes on, you forget so much. It's like, in middle school, you'd be like, hey, we're going to meet at the YMCA after school. And you just trusted everyone to arrive. That's gone.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to triple check with my dearest friends. Like, let's hang out next Friday. And you're like, the day after, like, we're good. Mm-hmm. Friday, we're good. And then kind of like another reminder 30 minutes before, I'm heading that way. So,
dude, totally.
It's horrible.
I've been planning for a week straight that today, as we're recording this, when I get done with the podcast, I'm going to golf with 2 of my roommates. I had figured we'd be done around 4. I mean, for a week straight, it's been 4 o'clock. And of course, I feel like I need to follow up. Like, hey, excited for this afternoon. My roommate texts back, so what's the plan for today? What? Just exactly what we've been
Hey, man, you got anything going on today? Let's hang. Thinking maybe we golf. Like, yeah.
That's exactly why I'm texting you.
Because of the excuses. What's some of your favorite excuses? Never. Also, I think I would love to hear Derek as a parent of 2. I would imagine this dies down. I feel like a big thing with non-parent millennials. I can't tell you how many times people will be like, hey, we're all gonna like go. Like recently, like we went out to a baseball game. Nice day. Who wants to come? Half the people said, it's just we need to. Just been busy. We feel
like we just need to be home.
I just need to sit in my living room instead of do that fun thing. I'm like, what are you so tired of all the time? Are you working construction on the side? Yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I guarantee
you're operating a backhoe.
Yeah. I always
last
think
6
of,
hours.
Like how are you gonna like imagine when they have children and you're like busy all the time? Like, are you gonna be able to function?
You need to prepare for this.
I'm asking you to like grab a hot dog for 2 hours. Like, I can't.
Just too tired.
We have someone I think not coming tonight because they flew back from a Europe trip like 36 hours ago, and like, I mean, we'll be jet lagged, so I can't lay by the pool. Like, people used to have to forage for their own food. Come talk to me by a pool.
You're not asking much. It's drive 10 minutes up the road, and hey, maybe even take a nap at the pool. I'm not even saying you have to be awake. Just come hang out with us. Somebody's bringing meats.
Crazy.
You can hang out with
Derek,
those.
do you feel like being a parent, you feel like you're built different now? Or you were no?
No. Like,
Right? You feel like you have more, you're just like, you guys don't even know what tired is.
kind of.
A little?
I don't know if I have much to add to this. Like,
He's too nice.
yeah,
He's like, that's fine.
Derek's
He's like, I'm kind of tired right now. I kind of want to leave. So.
I don't really want to do this.
pushing buttons.
Yeah.
Kind of tired of this.
Dude, what's your thoughts on jet lag?
Oh, jet lag's ridiculous. Well, I mean, it's a real thing, but the most
Barely.
annoying jet lag is like LA to New York. When it's like a
That's
few hours,
preposterous.
and they're like, "Oh, probably gonna be up late tonight." Jet lag. It's like, no.
I feel like I've had a lot of friends with the jet lag excuse. Like when Katie and I got home Friday night, excuse me, from Italy at like 10 p.m. And I was like, of course, we're kind of used to it to being like 3 or 4 in the morning. We're exhausted. We pass out. I kind of naturally wake up at like 5 or 6, which was weird. But I slept 7 or 8 hours, and I kind of got up. And I was like, this is kind of cool to be up this early. Mm-hmm. And I hung out with friends, and they're like, I mean, are you not just exhausted? I'm like, I went to sleep. I'm still sleeping every day. I mean,
Yeah, it does not. I mean, I'll go to Hawaii, and everyone is like, the very first day, which is even like somewhat justified. They're up at like 5 a.m. Like, I can't help it. And I will sleep till 10:30 a.m. the very first day. Like, no problem. Fully adjusted. How are you guys unable to sleep?
it's brutal.
I can't relate to it very well.
Lame excuses. So they're just missing out on doing fun things with us. I like how we're like, why does no one prioritize hanging out with us? Like, it's not us. It's them.
It's the way they do things. Mm-hmm. It's not the way we are.
No, they want to hang out with us. They just
they're forgetful.
They're tired.
And yeah, something's up. My excuse that I always joke about using is saying like, I can't come. My sister's in town. My sister lives in Kansas City, so she's always in town. But it just sounds like a really legitimate excuse. Just like, sister, probably I'm not even gonna hang out with my sister, but she is in town, and so I'm not lying by saying that.
Good.
Guys, I'd love to come. Sister's in town though. Mm-hmm. Great, you're off the hook.
that's a brilliant excuse.
Yeah. Sorry, I wish I could, but the dog. You don't have to say you have a dog. Just
the
the
wife.
dog.
The old ball and chain. Just like actually purchase a ball and chain.
You have like one of those medieval weapons back home. I want to practice. Yeah. I want to go home. I got a big backyard. I want to practice throwing it. In case I need to overtake a castle.
So what? So Katie, I had to literally talk to Katie because I'm sure you've experienced this too. When you're typically the person who like plans social events, people get used to that. So no one is like the aggressor towards you to hang out.
They're like, we'll see
For
if
the
Trey
most
wants
part.
to.
You know what
We'll
I
see
mean?
if he says something. Yeah.
Oh, you're like, dude, I can't. People invite me to things. No one invites you to things either, right? That's normal. No, but I low-key had this conversation. Katie was like, I mean, when's the last time we were invited to something? I was like, we hang out with friends a lot, typically because like I plan it, and then otherwise like a lot of people enjoy just being home. Mm-hmm. She's like, do we need to like take a good look in the mirror? I'm like, Katie, no, people like us. Okay?
I'm the alpha male. Katie.
Yeah, I don't think she was literally having like a weird like 12-year-old crisis.
Do we need to take a
we
look
don't have
in the
any
mirror?
friends.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure
You guys
we have some friends.
A really, really solid friend.
Not everyone likes us, but
Yeah. Do we need to take a look in the mirror?
there was the funniest thing. It was like, no, Katie, and and my old roommate Ryan, who's a real sensitive fella. He was like, I'm glad you said that because I was low-key thinking the same. Because he often invites people, and no one. It's like, dude, everyone's.
think we're all friends.
It's fine.
People are just tired.
We're friends. People like us. Man, it's hot in here.
Oh. All right. We got some fun to end with. We were talking about this on the bus a couple nights ago. I think this started by just talking about how we all deal with negativity or something. And, you know, Trey is pretty desensitized to any like type of online comment these days, you know.
Yeah, we were joking about like kind of it's been fun to do Jean Shorts and Girls Gone Wild because we're bringing in these new people into like the influencer world and they're not used to it. So I'll never forget, dude. And I feel bad because I popped in my head to warn the girls, but I was like, they're big girls. Maybe I don't want to feel like
They're big girls.
Well, no, I didn't want to feel like mansplaining. Like, don't get upset by the comments, girls. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But we posted the first ever Girls Gone Wild videos, and they meet some. I think Morgan immediately said, "Someone take the comments away from me." And I was like, yeah, seriously, don't take the comment. And they were, of course, 95% of them were great.
They were, and since then they've been 99.9%.
But if you're not used to it, you see a couple of people be like, "Who let these two dumb idiots out of the house?" You know, you're like, "Oh my gosh!" So that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's been fun you have to learn to like whatever. And I felt like that process was relearned with live comedy because it was like a new form that I wasn't used to. So we were joking, like someone like Lucas's friend would come and they'd be like, "Thanks for having us, man." They're like, "The show was great." I'd be like, the way they said it, I'm not sure how sincere
Well,
they
he
were.
didn't say it was funny.
He didn't say it
said
was
the show was great.
So the show was like, which part of...
Do you think I was funny?
And
Like the whole point is to be
Was
funny.
I fun? And then he wasn't like, "That was great." He was like, "That was great." So I just feel, I need to quit this entirely. And then you have to learn to not do that. And then we were just joking about Google review, like if we had Google reviews, and I was somehow I got going of like my dad's small business and how he had to deal with Google reviews. And
how he deals with negativity.
And it's just funny knowing my dad and just seeing he makes a point to respond. I just went to my dad's business, which is a 4.5.
Okay, on Google.
Hundreds of reviews.
Okay, great.
So, they're doing good.
I'm going to leave him one.
Kennedy Tire, Edmond, Oklahoma. Give him 5 stars.
Kennedy Tire. I'm going to leave a review right now.
Not too many. I think it'll like flood this. I've done that before. I think if you do too many, the system's like, you're lying.
718 reviews. Oh, he's doing just
They're
fine.
great. But of course, any business is going to have those crazy 1-star reviews. So I was loving my dad, whoever's running this, just roasting people in the reviews. Let me see my favorite one. Oh, I left while we did that. I just clicked 5 stars, and there was a response. I said, "Trey, we appreciate you taking time to leave your review. Reach out if you need assistance." I almost guarantee you that's my dad just being goofy, clearly seeing his son leaving 5 stars, just being like, "Thank you, Trey, for your time."
All right, I'm working on my review right now. What services did they perform? Exhaust. The service was great, and they worked on my exhaust.
This was my favorite. Someone
It was not exhausting.
left 1 star, just like waste of time and money. Went in for repair, didn't fix it. He goes, "We appreciate you coming in for us. If you don't mind, we'd like to share what really happened."
Go get him. Go get him, Tad. If you don't, if you give me a second.
If it wouldn't bother you, we'd like to go ahead and set the record straight.
To Google, they said objection, Your Honor.
You went somewhere else, had it removed. You came to us, and you didn't tell us this. Yada yada. I'm sure majority of bad reviews are like a miscommunication or whatever. But that's any response to any 1-star review should be that. Thank you for taking the time to come here. If you don't mind.
Yeah, thanks. But
you were wrong. If you don't mind, you were wrong.
Yeah, I'm remembering things a little differently. Susanna. Yeah, he deserves a review from me.
Dude, so this reminded me of this. My buddy found this on the Kansas City Reddit, which, if you ever live in a city, look at your city's Reddit. It can be very helpful.
Yeah.
This is a great thread. Sushi Karma. You ever heard of this?
Sushi Karma? I don't think so.
I believe it's like in Mission, Kansas or something.
Cool.
There's this thread that kind of went pseudo viral in terms of like it has like 500 likes and 400 comments.
Okay.
So it's pretty good for the Kansas City Reddit. And someone just said like, anyone been to Sushi Karma? And they were showing how this reminded me of it. How their owner would like just roast people on 1-star reviews. Okay. Not like professional, like, if you don't mind, here's what happened.
Sorry.
So here's one example. They're 1 star. Their happy hour prices are what got us in the door, but don't be fooled. This place is a mess. Awful food, terrible service, worse management. Sushi Karma response. God, you are a loser. Please don't ever come back. Go back to eating at McDonald's or whatever you do. Here's my personal number, 913 da 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 da. I'm sure I'll never hear from you, but because you'd rather try to be some hero on the internet, people like you are pathetic.
Oh my God, you're a loser.
And then the best part is that on this thread, somehow the Sushi Karma people found the Reddit thread, and they get in on the Reddit thread. And they start blasting people. Let me find this. Dude, God, you are a loser. He's in the Reddit thread. So in response to that funny response, calling the guy a loser, a Sushi Karma Reddit account pops up and comments on that and says, "Not my first internet rodeo."
Nice.
And then just starts diving in. People start, they don't like that they're roast. He goes, "Miss Lady." Someone's like, "Dude, that's just not cool to comment like that." Blah blah blah. And he's like, He goes, "Miss Lady."
Okay.
Literally have no idea what you're talking about. I'm hardly there. My friends don't hang out. I have no idea where you're coming up with all this bad info. Our business has good food and good service. If you came there in the beginning, maybe it was just an off night for the soggy egg rolls.
Wait.
I guess she was making fun of the food, and he's like, maybe it was just a bad night for the egg rolls. Okay.
It's not us. Wait.
I love that excuse from an owner. It's like, maybe
It was just an off night.
this is an off. I mean, you've never had a bad day.
He took a night off.
Egg rolls won't be soggy tomorrow.
Don't judge us on just 1 2-hour experience, okay? It's not what a restaurant is.
This lady gets a long response. "My mom lives down the street, has for a while. Trust me, we know all about your business and service. Well, we did come in. I guess you and your friends sitting back at your table getting drunk at 2 p.m. while surrounded by unbussed tables. It became clear you have no interest in presenting this place as anything better than what as people are saying. Blah, blah, blah." He goes, "Miss Lady," once again. This never happened. How do you even know who I was, for example? Which is a pretty good point.
Yeah.
Actually. And the sushi chefs were getting water, even though it wasn't busy. I don't believe I've ever asked my sushi chefs to get water. I guess she's talking about the drinking. Maybe you saw this on a TV show or dreamed it, but this didn't happen.
What? Such a weird way of arguing. And it's the internet. Who cares? This is so dumb.
He goes, "I don't hang out at the restaurant getting drunk. Possibly on a special occasion, maybe."
Yeah, I've done it, but I don't do it.
Okay, you caught me on an off day. You never had a bad day? Yeah. I was slurring my words. One day at work. You've never done this?
The sushi rolls were soggy from the alcohol. It was a bad day for everybody. By the way, my chefs don't drink water. I would never ask them to drink water. Okay? No doy.
Anyway, we need to go to this place because that's hilarious. My gosh, you're a loser.
He sounds like he could go off the rails at any second. But yeah, let's go see him.
All right, cool. Yeah. I wonder if they have any more. If I'm just publicly on the reviews here, is there any more? Oh, they're so funny. By lowest. Reviewing as I'm standing in the restaurant entrance with other patrons, also waiting behind with not much as a hello. Waited for 5 minutes before even being greeted. Continued to stand and wait for another 5 minutes. Response. If you were waiting by the entrance, there's a phone number there to text me if you have issues. Maybe try communicating better in the future instead of staring at your phone?
Instead of staring at your freaking phone, Miss Lady? I'm still on your dad's reviews. I saw him respond to another 1-star review. This lady complained about not having like some device that your dad didn't have, and he goes, "There's not a tire store in Oklahoma that would have a Dodge sensor stem in stock as you have claimed." I love that. Just put her in her place.
All right, we'll end with this one. Photo of some sushi rolls. Wish I'd read the negative reviews and this owner's unprofessional and obnoxious responses before coming here. The sushi was mediocre compared to other sushi restaurants. Check out Sushi Uni. Won't be returning. So you took pictures and gave us a 1-star review without much explanation? They get your feelings hurt by my negative responses? Quote, "Okay, buddy. Must be a rough life you live, Tony. Yeah, Uni's great, I agree. And man, I bet those Starbucks drive-thrus are just the worst too, basic boy. I wish you just would have read my comments before coming too, because I don't suck up to rude a-holes."
This
Sushi Karma.
This Sushi Karma
It's
guy.
literally called Karma, dude.
That's what I'm saying. He sounds miserable.
They're gonna
dude.
reband to like Sushi Revenge. Sushi's Revenge.
Sushi, yeah, back with a vengeance.
They
Gosh.
could be onto something. You ever been to the restaurant Dick's?
I've been
heard
to
of
the
the premise?
sporting goods store.
You haven't heard of this? You go in and their waiters are like purposely very rude to you.
Oh, I've been
so
to one of
it's
those in
kinda funny.
Chicago. Yeah.
This guy's inadvertently doing that. I don't think people realize it. You go eat the sushi. He's just like, go eat your McDonald's, you fat loser. If you don't like my salmon rolls. You're like, whoa. I'm in.
All right.
I'm
yeah.
impressed.
Big episode for Kansas City. Mm-hmm. We got people lying to get into golf tournaments, just being as rude as possible online to their customers. It's a great city to live in.
That it is. You know what else is a great city? Chicago. That's why we're taping the special. Get your tickets. Taping Jake's show, my show. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We'll all be there. Derek will be there in a ski mask. And
Because of COVID.
Yeah. We want to keep no workers' comp. He's already we've had problems. No. Thanks, y'all. Subscribe, leave comments, and we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Correct opinion.